This reading is for Scorpio risings for the month of January. It's a 12 house, 12 card read. I already pre-shuffled them because it's 12 cards we got to get through. Each card represents a house in your birth chart. Again, for the month of January. First card represents the first house. The first house is self and identity, represented by the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a energy of needing rest because you're mentally exhausted. So this feels like for the month of January, you need to rest, not because you're like in this meditation routine, but because you genuinely need rest because your nervous system is fried. So take a pause and give yourself some grace without feeling guilty that your body needs this pause. Second house represents your money, values, and your self-worth. It's represented by the Hierophant card. The Hierophant card is a traditional card. It's beliefs, old traditional beliefs. Your values are old, maybe passed down, because that's normally how it happens. This feels like your belief about money and your self-worth aren't actually your beliefs. They were handed down to you, and you're not confident in the way that you're moving in this house, like what you're valuing, because you're questioning, is this how I think, or is this what someone told me to think? But then there's this heaviness of feeling guilty if you go against what you were told to believe. Third house is the mind and the way that you communicate, represented by the Nine of Swords. Right, so right now, the Nine of Swords is, any swords cards is the mind. And the Nine of Swords is an energy of overly thinking, and overly thinking causes anxiety, even insomnia. But that's also causing you to be mentally drained. But the thing about swords in a tarot reading and overthinking, it's really is, all the things you're overthinking are really in your mind. Sometimes you're fixating on things that haven't even happened yet. Again, why are you stressing about things that haven't happened yet? Like, just try to bring yourself back to the present moment and focus on that. Next house, fourth house, represents your emotional foundation, represented by the Lover's card. The Lover's card isn't always a romantic card. I always look at it in readings also as um, you choosing yourself. But right here feels like you're torn between comfort and truth, between what feels safe and what feels aligned. What feels safe is what you think, what you feel is familiar. So if there's something, someone that isn't really aligned with you, but you cling on to them or that thing just because it feels familiar, there's history, all of that. It's not serving your highest good though. The next house is the fifth house. Joy, romance, and creativity, represented by the King of Swords. The King of Swords, both King of Swords and Queen of Swords are very logical thinkers. They make decisions based on logic, what makes sense in the mind. They don't base it off emotions. Um, your joy is being analyzed mentally over your feelings. It's like control is replacing pleasure in this house, whether it's, you know, your joy, romance, or creativity. But this protects you. Sixth house is represented by your health and your daily life routine, represented by the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is the most brutal placement because it's a Ten of Swords is something that already happened. It's not something that's going to happen. It's something that's already happened and you've been feeling it, going through it. So whether this is in your health or your daily life routine, so you're definitely overcoming something that was really brutal. And so yeah, just know that it's finished. It's already done. Just keep on going. There's light at the end of the tunnel. um the next house is seventh house, represents all relationships, platonic, business, or romantic. It's represented by the star. The star is a card of healing, also recognition. Um, this feels like healing finally enters relationships. Like, so it could be whatever, how this resonates to you. Healing enters, but slowly. You're no longer asking for fantasy love. You want honesty, safety, and emotional truth. The next house is the next house is intimacy, power, represented by the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands energy is an energy of public image, confidence. Um, it's the way you uphold yourself because you want to be seen in a certain light. This feels like you're reclaiming your power through confidence, like you've survived something that quietly made you stronger. This feels like a self-respect replacing survival mode type of energy. Ninth house is your beliefs, represented by the Nine of Cups. This feels like an energy of, because the Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. This feels like you're actually now believing that you are deserving of emotional fulfillment. And this may seem mm, like a sudden change of belief within yourself because you didn't believe that for a long time because you've been in this survival mode for a long time. So it's good that now you're stepping into this new belief that you are worthy of emotional fulfillment. The next house is 10th house, which is career and visibility, represented by the moon. Um, the moon is a uncertain feeling because it's hidden, and it's things that are happening in the dark or behind the scenes. So it's a confusing energy. You don't have clarity yet on your career, and pretending that you do might backfire. So just don't force anything yet. Just kind of let things naturally unfold how they are, and um, try to tap more into your intuition over logic when it comes to your career. You know, just small steps into that. 11th house is community and your future, represented by the magician. The magician is the manifester, the master of manifestation. And the magician has all the tools necessary to manifest something. So if you're ever doubting yourself, stop doubting yourself. You are more powerful than you think. Okay, so just understand that you can initiate new paths, new collaborations, um, that can start paving the way of the future that you're wanting to eventually be living in. Last house is 12th house, the subconscious, represented by the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is an energy of like, it's waiting for something. It's waiting to decide on a certain path. And this kind of makes me feel like you've been indecisive for a long time, and you're not really knowing what you want, who you want, what direction to go in. So, but nothing is blocking you anymore. This is just hesitation on your end because you're just not sure what path to go on. This again falls back into you wanting to choose something new, but you're afraid of the unknown, versus you leaning towards choosing the same path that again feels safe and familiar. But again, I think I don't remember what sign had this last reading, but there was a part where I'm going to say this again. We grow where we are most uncomfortable in. I don't know why, but so being afraid of the unknown, that's most likely going to be where you succeed and find, that happiness that you're looking for in your career, relationship, whatever it is. We have to face feeling that uncomfortability. So that's all that I have for Scorpio rising. See you in the next video.